Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! Flick's in town again. Neat! Got a letter from Hazel. So Steven, things haven't been too rosy for me lately, but you don't see me moping over it. It's because I'm thankful for even the bad times. Take that stuff and use it for fertilizer and see what blooms. Wise old Hazel. Seems fair. Flick's here. I'm just gonna try and get through today as fast as I can, if I'm honest. Because I was going to wait a little longer before I recorded today, but then our power just flickered. So I guess I'm recording now. Unexpected treat to have you drop by like this. Fagoo Wasileus. This novel I'm reading has me imagining the ideal date. It'd be nice to get outside together, do something like picking fresh pears. I mean, we could do that. If that's you asking, I mean, we could do that. But, yeah. I want to get something recorded today, at least. Nice to see you, Steven. You're looking perf as ever. Let's chat. Just walking around the island, you know, get my face up there, building my brand, being famous, being cute. I see you. I can never tell if Pinky or Tutu. I think Tutu, yes. Just thinking about you. Hey there, my fabulous bestie. Lay it on me. Okay, so I want to tell you, 1, you're fab. 2, I mean that. 3, there is no 3. You know, well, no, I have seen them together. I was gonna say, I've never seen them together at the same time, but I have. Yeah, I don't have much in mind to talk about. I haven't really done much today. I was dog sitting for a while. Played a little more Dempa Men. More just leveling while dog sitting. So not much to do to talk about there. I suppose I can make mention of I witnessed two different people at number 1 on the Path of Exile. I can speak. Leaderboard. Die. Playing hardcore. Because it sends a message to the entire server that's online at the time. I saw that happen twice. In literally 2 days. One was yesterday, the other was today. How do you die if you're that good at the game? And like, when I made mention of that to somebody, they're like, well, they're rushing to be the... It's like, yeah, but presumably they've got a build figured out that is ready. Like, they have a passive build figured out that gets them everything they need. Like, and like, there's a few builds with a few of the characters where I'm hard-pressed to imagine anybody ever dying. Like, the Templar has a ascendancy that gains him access to basically 100% life regen every 4 seconds. It's not a constant 25% per second, so you do have those 4 seconds you might die, but as long as you've got a semi-competent build, I kind of doubt that would happen, you know? So I just saw the other snowball. And again, I could use the trick, but I don't want to use the trick. Using the trick is boring. And I am anything but boring. Except when I'm boring. I suppose I can kind of yap about a ranked Pokemon Unite match I played last night. Which is the reason I never got back to Gullivar, was I was too tilted at Pokemon Unite to even really consider playing the Switch more. So I didn't get back to him, sadly. He got home, though. I'm sure of it. He totally didn't just get washed out to sea again. But, I think this needs to be a little bigger. Not much bigger. But that... So close. Yeah, I tried though. I'm close. But yeah, the very beginning of this Unite match, we had a disconnect. Very obvious disconnect. So you would think the logical thing would be, we would just surrender. We would all say yes to the surrender vote within the first minute, not saddle ourselves with a bot, and, you know, just move on to the next game. Nope, not this team. Mildly in their defense, we did win the first team fight. Our 4 remaining players were better than their 5. At least in the early levels. But that's still not a reason to not just move on and go next. Honestly, I feel if a player disconnects that early, it should just automatically go. Speckles, make yourself at home, Kate. Let's stop. My favorite musician is definitely KK. Favorite song of his is whatever one I'm listening to when you ask me that question. And KK Dixie too. In KK Dixie too, that song gives me life, reminds me who I am. Oh, and what about KK Dub? Those. Yeah, I mean KK's got pretty good music. But yeah, they carried on the fight. And as you might expect, with a bot feeding the enemy team, soon enough the enemy team over-leveled us. And then we started losing pretty hard. At about the 7-minute mark, so about 30 seconds before Kyogre spawns, I call for a surrender, because it was pretty obvious at that point we had lost. Nope. Can't surrender. And I can almost guarantee it's because, well, Kyogre's about to spawn, and if we win Kyogre, maybe we'll win. Which makes me really hate that mechanic even more. Because we'd lost. We'd lost. It was over. Especially because I called for that surrender vote. Because not only were we fighting 4v5, not only was the entire enemy team over-leveling us. Or, you know, out-leveling us. But, I had just died. Meaning it was effectively 3v5. Going into Kyogre. Sorry, I'm really focused on this. What you doing? Currently crafting an illuminated present. See how I do at it. Great to learn by doing. Totally obsessed with it. Yeah, I'd love to learn how to make my own. I still have not looked up how Toy Day works, and quite honestly, right now, I have to relaunch my browser because I literally fired up my computer, opened OBS. I am getting this episode at least recorded while I can. Because, you know, I don't want to possibly lose the episode. I can upload episodes late. I'm gonna feel really shit doing it, but I can upload episodes late. I can't record episodes after the fact. So, you know. And we do have apparently quite the wind and rainstorm coming. Based on the warnings right now, it's gonna be basically near enough tropical storm force winds paired with a bunch of rain. So we thought we got off with nothing from hurricane season, but it's proven to us that nope. No, we're still getting something. But yeah, they refuse to surrender. And like, on one hand, I get it. On the other hand, controller. On the other hand, it was the Greninja that disconnected. And like, no hate on these players, but like, come on, guys. In no world should my Goodra be the top damage on any team. Top damage taken, top recovered, sure, unless there's a Vaporeon around. But not top damage done. I also had the most KOs and assists. I was MVP of that team with 80 points. The next closest was that Leafeon who I believe had like 68. Like, yeah. They could have at least been trying if they weren't gonna surrender. Again, though, no hate on them. Also, my straw's gonna be there. I can't help it. I just don't feel like reaching all the way across my table again. I've already bought the deer outfit, so I think I'm good there. These are freaking cute, though. I have to pair it with a pearl skirt. You know, this is Marna's sweater with a pearl skirt. My character knows. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I could go with a mask to, like, kind of be reference to the Squid Sisters, but not really. I could go, like, green socks. And the pinky purpley bow. But there's no way I can get Off the Hook mentioned here, too. There's too many colors to them. Because I'd need orange, blue, and gray. And there's no way I can do that with two things. I mean, I could get orange, which, you know, these actually don't look that bad with the regular eyes. We got orange. There's no, like, blue and gray. And, like, these are about as close as I can get. I mean, they're blue and black with white. Black and white's kind of gray. Need kind of like a darker blue. Actually, this is probably closest, but a dark blue. I don't like that they're basketball shoes, but it's as good as I'm gonna get for a complete Splatoon look. And you kind of have to know this is Marina's default sweater to get the reference, but it's fine. It's so cold, my spines are chattering. Try to distract yourself from the cold by experimenting with one form warm warm outfit. No, I don't. I'm wearing a skirt now. I mean, not in reality. In reality, I'm wearing pants, but even though with how the camera is oriented, I could not be wearing pants for all you know. But I'm gonna ruin that illusion. Wearing pants. Oh boy, malware bites. I don't care. I love when, like, that stuff happens. It's just like, oh hey, a pop-up. It's like, I don't care. I mean, I probably should care when it comes to antivirus, but I don't care. Hello, Sky. Steven, hey, nice to see you. Want to chat? Struggling to come up with last minute dinner plan, Queen. We got lots of hot dogs. You want some hot dogs? We got hot dogs. I don't know why we've got so many hot dogs, but we got a lot of hot dogs. And dogs be hot. And I don't know how to feel about that. Have I already found the money rock? I feel like I have, but I don't remember. I'll know by the time I'm done with this rock here, because it's the last rock I encountered, but I'm pretty sure I already found the money rock. But, like, I don't remember even how much money I had going into today, so... I think the last recipe I got, I accidentally sold. Thinking on it now. But I might not have. I don't know. My brain has been frizzled lately thanks to doom scrolling, so if I did, whoops. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'd already found it. Main problem with Flick being here today is how late I'm recording. There are no bugs around, basically. Earlier in the day there would have been, but not right now. Right now there are basically no bugs. Rip. There's Gala. Hey girl, what up? This bug, how are you, Snorty? What's the latest? But midway through, when push comes to shovel. Such a great book. I hope push doesn't come to shovel. That'd be unfortunate. I should not have my bug net out, even though I do want to catch bugs. And there is a butterfly that's around this time of day. That is pretty valuable. But it's pretty rare, and there is still the chance of tarantula. So, I'd rather not have my bug net out, because I'd rather not mess with tarantulas. Wrong thing. Yeah, Blathers. Blathers, I know. These. Yep, I'm aware, Blathers. But yeah, like that match in Unite left me so tilted because, like, if they had just voted to surrender, we wouldn't have had the loss because that surrender doesn't count as a loss because it's out of your control. Which is where I really wish the game would just auto-surrender instead of, hey, do you wanna... Like, no, we want to, whether we realize it or not. Like, the fact that it asks means that there is going to be cases where the players get overconfident because they win that initial encounter while you're all still not even starting. And then they end up losing. And if you surrender after the fact, it still counts as a loss. So, like... yeah. It would be very nice to, for the game to just auto surrender. And I know there's going to be some people who hear that and are like, but you could have still won. It's like, yeah, we could have. And a purple elephant could fall through the ceiling and crush my computer. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it could. It could, you know. Bam. Stuff. Now I'll buy it. I will for sure look up actually how to deal with Toy Day. Let's see what we got now. We got gray and we got looks like green maybe. Yeah. So that gives me like 30 wrapping paper. I think I'm good. Hopefully. I really hope I don't need the exact color for every animal. That would kind of suck. Wrong way. Bug. Yeah. Damselfly. I mean, there's gonna be damselflies around, but I don't think there's gonna be much else. I can catch some snowflakes. But I mean, equally, there's a lot of things in Unite that I wish were automated. Like, I am in the camp of I wish that after, like, a team gets 300 to 400 points ahead, the match just ends. Which I know is kind of the point of first to 500. Whoops. I didn't even click that there was going to be a bug there, or could have been a bug there. But, like, I don't know. I don't like the stacking buffs at first to 500. Because it adds an extra level of RNG to the match. Where you might be the better team. Where is the snowflake? Oh. There it is. But you end up losing because your team gets a bunch of terrible choices while the opposing team doesn't. Like, that would suck. That would suck a lot. But, like, in, like, quick battles, if you get 300 points ahead of the bot team, they will surrender. And I feel like that sort of thing should just happen in every match. That if you get around that far ahead, it should just end, except the NPC challenge, and I say that because the NPC challenge has missions that require you to win by like 300 to 500 points. So you need to actually be able to get that like 500 ahead. But, you know, I think there's one that's win by 600 points. And they go on as if that's something hard to do. It's really not. Not in the NPC challenge, anyway. Against players, yeah, winning by 600 is a bit of a feat. Against the bots, winning by 600 is just winning. And I know there's some people that might disagree with that, but that is kind of just how it be. Well, okay, I suppose. There are some instances where doing that is actually kind of difficult. Those are instances where your team's bots have rolled completely terribly. Like, I've legitimately seen the NPC challenge give me on my team 3 supports. Why is that even possible? That just feels like an insult to life. My cat is very upset still. She does not like when the power goes out. I can't blame her. I don't like it much either, but for different reasons. She doesn't like it because she seems like, I don't know, but she seems practically blind. And when the power goes out, she can't see at all. Which would be scary stuff. Gotta agree. I went the wrong way. Gimme. Really dug it. Gives me a singular bug that's not... It's not, a damselfly. Yeah, I really don't know what else to yap about today, because, like, as I made mention of, I haven't really done much of anything today. For me, it's Thursday. I streamed. I played some Euro Truck Sim. That's all I did. I played a little Path of Exile this morning, but that's hardly noteworthy. Plop. I love that cute little animation. Where they just plop down. Keeping an eye out for any other bugs, but I think this is about it. Yeah, I could check the beach for hermit crabs. Those are technically bugs by game's definition. They're not bugs, but by the game's definition, they're bugs. So, under the game's definition, they are Bugs Bunny. And who am I to argue with the game on what is and what isn't Bugs Bunny? How have I missed so many times? Jesus. I will say, I have kind of decided, though I'd kind of already decided this before, that the New Year's and Christmas, not New Year's, well, yeah, New Year's. Well, not New Year's. Christmas Eve and Day stream. I will be streaming on New Year's as well. I've kind of decided that those are going to be, like, variety streams. New Year's, I'm still deciding if I want to do New Leaf or, like, a different... I could easily do New Year's and New Horizons again. And I honestly am kind of leaning towards that. Purely because it would make recording New Leaf easier, because I could record New Leaf on New Year's Eve day instead of having to rush, mess with time travel, mess with, you know, record 2 episodes in one day kind of thing. It'd be just so much easier. I have bugs to sell. There's not many. There's 5 damselflies and a mole cricket. Feels like a meme. Like 4,000? 4,500. I'm not gonna count it because I said it too late. But I didn't look, but I'm not gonna count it anyway. Alright. I know where I want to sit to end things off. I want to sit over by the campsite. But, yeah. That is going to be it for this one. Because I have still recorded a decent bit of time. I'll plop down right here. And with that, that is all for today. Hopefully I shall see you all back. Also, okay, I'm going to say here and now, if I do lose power, I will still record. I do still have, you know, this funny thing that I can record old school YouTube fashion with, and I will do that if I have to. I'm hoping I'm not gonna have to, because, like I said, we have a pretty big storm coming that could knock out power. So if there is no, like, Saturday episode, that's what's going on. There probably will be, but if there isn't one, that's what's going on. But yes. All that said, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then!